You're live on YouTube. Good morning, everybody. It's day is it Tuesday? It feels like Wednesday to me. It is Tuesday morning, August the 11th, 2026. It is 69 degrees here in Hampstead, Maryland. It's kind of started to rain a little bit. I think it might have been like drizzling all night, maybe. We had a major storm yesterday afternoon. I mean, it was a lot of rain, but it was also one of those really loud thunderstorms. My dog, who normally isn't bothered too much, he's concerned. He's not upset, but he's usually concerned. He was highly concerned yesterday. It was a crazy one. All right. We have one delivery today to What a Day. So we got one trip out and back. We got plenty of gas. Did Bob buy gas yesterday? Bob cleaned the van yesterday. The van is looking pretty spiffy. So maybe when we get out in Eldersburg, if it's not raining, I'll show you the back. He got it all. The inside. I think he did the outside. I can't tell the outside because it's raining. But anyway, let's get going. Let's get Rosie going here.
Connected to YouTube live stream UBXYTLQ018.
You gotta turn it on.
YouTube live stream UBXYTLQ018.
There you go. Thanks, Rosie. Let's turn this on. Why didn't this turn on? Here we go. Here we go. All right. I'm assuming that is connected now. We won't know until Rosie needs to say her next words. Let's see. So it's a medium size. I mean, it's a decent 92 donuts is what we're taking over to What a Day today. So it's not a lot, but it's good for a weekday. And let's get going. Seatbelts on, lights on, and let's participate in the pursuit of happiness, everybody. Here we go. Jackie's doing it all in there this morning, by the way. She made the donuts. They were sitting by the door when I came in. She just finished them. Here we go. It is going to be a windshield wipery type of day. I can't help it. But I think the window is pretty clean all the way across. Like the whole windshield is clean. So we're not going to have the smeary stuff. What's going on? What's going on? We got a cone. We got cones. I'm surprised if I guess they probably did. Oh, look, they've done the other side of this. This was just the one lane. Now they've done the lane and the side of the road. But I bet they couldn't do a lot of work last night because it's been this drizzle all night, I think. Off and on. I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like today, to be honest with you. I didn't get on the computer this morning. Out here today. It really isn't bad. I mean, the temperature's good. It doesn't feel like quite so muggy, even though it's raining. You would think that would make it feel worse, but it doesn't. Of course, I'm sitting inside the air-conditioned van at the moment, so that probably has something to do with it. Wow. So yesterday I went to the dentist, and Jennifer goes to the same dentist. So I was like, hey, do you guys want to say happy 10th anniversary? But, I'll take a quick video, and they did. It was great. I screwed up. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know what I did, but I didn't really capture the right moment when they said, they all got together in the corner and said, hey, happy 10th anniversary. And then when I got home, I made the stupid mistake of not looking at it while I was there. I should have looked at it while I was there, but I didn't really capture the whole thing. I don't know if there was a time. I don't think the timer that I probably had on the camera works on the video, but anyway, whatever. I didn't get the whole thing. So I'm going to have to call them or stop by there again. I hope Jennifer's not watching this. Jennifer, if you're watching, pretend like you did, so I can feel like it's a surprise. I don't think she's watching because she's in Las Vegas or somewhere out west. So it's even earlier there now. Call them up and say, hey, I screwed up. Can you all get together again? And it worked out quite well because I think it was like they were like in between appointments. So there were a couple of patients sitting in the waiting room, but nobody, it seemed like almost everybody had the opportunity to come out and say hi. But my dentist appointment was fine. No issues. I've started using this like water pick type of thing, and I think it really helps. It took a little getting used to. It's one of those things that like shoots this almost painfully powerful spray of water. I mean, if you're not careful, you can actually hurt yourself with this thing. But it does do a good job. So that's been helping me. Like, when they go through and they're like, I don't know which part of the process, but it's when they're poking around and they're like telling you whether your gums are, if they're getting any blood or not when they're poking into your gums. And I didn't really have any of that. I think there were 2 spots. She said, I can see a little bit. I'm like, well, that's because you're just poking something. Now, you know what? I just realized we're very early this morning. See, when Jackie is kind of like in there by herself all morning, she gets everything done. She's very fast, very good. I mean, everything's in good shape. Donuts look good. She can really work very quickly, and it's always like totally ready when I get there. picture of, there's like a 10th anniversary logo that we made for the bakery. And they're going to make cookies. They're going to be giving out some cookies. I don't know when that's going to start. Or maybe a day or two before. I don't know if they're going to do that before the actual anniversary date, which is the 26th of August, by the way. Anybody? I was watching this guy yesterday. He's a DoorDasher. No, well, you know what? He doesn't do DoorDash anymore. He's been deactivated from DoorDash. So he's doing Spark now, which I think is the Walmart version. So I think he's delivering stuff for Walmart. But he hasn't had a lot of, like, it's been very slow, so he's been sitting in his car a lot just talking, and I was watching him for a little bit yesterday. He's the craziest guy. I don't know whether he's really crazy. I can't tell whether he's really crazy or whether he just plays a crazy person on YouTube. I don't know. I think it might be, he's somewhere in between. But someone had suggested that he go get a caramel frappuccino from Starbucks. And he decided to do it. Whoops. That was me turning the lights off instead of the windshield wipers. So he decided he'd do it. He'd never gone to Starbucks before. And he went to Starbucks, drove through, ordered, and he has his dog with him all the time. Festus, is that how you say his name? Which he calls Pop, the little dog that rides around with him. It's a cute little dog. And he calls him Festus, but he calls him Pop. So they told him, you're going to go to Starbucks to get this coffee. When you drive through, tell him you want a pup cup. He decided he was going to call it a pop cup. He'd be giving it to Pop. And that caused a little confusion while he was doing the order, because he told the guy, I need a pop cup. And I think the guy thought he said hot cup or something. Like he wasn't, anyway. So he got his coffee, but the funniest part was, I think he was like 4 sips into the coffee and he was already feeling it. Like his reaction to drinking this coffee and getting this rush of caffeine was pretty funny. He was like, I can feel it behind my eye. My eye's getting jittery. And I think he really was feeling it. And he seemed to have a very good sense of, like, how many milligrams of caffeine he was consuming. Because he's like, this is more powerful than a Coke. And a Coke is 30 milligrams of caffeine. So this has got to be, this is probably closer to like 100. I think he settled on, somebody told him that it was 60. But I looked it up. And I didn't say anything. I didn't speak at all, because I was actually I was watching it on my TV. So I didn't speak. But I did grab my phone and I looked up how many milligrams of caffeine, because he was really like, he was dead set. He's like, no way. This isn't, because somebody told him it was like 35 at first. And he's like, no, that can't be true. This is like much more than a Coke. And when I looked at it, they finally came back and said, no, it's really 60 milligrams. Well, when I looked it up, they said 90. So I think it was even more than he thought. But it was pretty funny. He was calculating how long he could stay up now because he had all this caffeine. I think he said by 9 o'clock. He said he won't be tired until 9 o'clock this morning. This was like 5 or 6 o'clock yesterday. He was going to be up for a very long time. Speaking of Starbucks, there they are over there on the right. Oh, and I got, you know what? Speaking of Starbucks, I got a gift certificate. The dentist, I got a gift certificate from the dentist for $25. Starbucks. It's very nice. And I got a cookie. They give you a cookie when you're done. The dentist gives you a cookie, which I think is pretty funny. I guess it's better than taffy, you know, like that would really be funny. Here, have some taffy. And it'll pull out one of your fillings will come out, and then we'll have some more work to do. See, it's not raining enough for that to be. The intermediate wipers on the van do not consider the amount of rain falling. What do you call that? Sensory? They don't have the sensor. They just go. Oh, and I filmed myself yesterday when I walked through, I went to Walmart, I did my shopping, and I filmed it. I hooked the camera up to the shopping cart, and I have a little, like, I call it the banana view, because you're like sitting in that top part of the, you're as if you were sitting, it would basically the child seat part. I like banana can better, but I have to edit that, try to get it down to 1 minute, get all my shopping into 1 minute. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. What else did I do? I went to, on the way back from the dentist, I stopped at the Reservoir because it was nice. It was like 80 degrees, pretty sunny. So I walked around a little bit down by the Reservoir and I took some pictures down there too, some film, footage, content, whatever you want to call it. Am I not supposed to call it film? I feel weird calling it film because it's really not film anymore. But that is the word I use, film. and I'm going to use it for the rest of my life. I apologize in advance. I also stopped it while I was on the TV watching. I stopped in and watched Tuber Chat. Tuber Chat is really good. It's Kevin. He comes in here every now and then, and I really should speak in that. No, like I'm watching it on the TV, so I didn't even have an opportunity, even if I wanted to type anything, but he does have some interesting stuff. It's called Tuber Chat, and it's basically a community of other YouTube creators, and they just share ideas, help each other out. Quite a line of traffic on this light. He's up in Canada, so he's got a pretty good number. He's got people from all over the place, but he's got Canada and the U.S. where a lot of the people come from. Then I watched a video from my old employer, which was really good. It looked like yesterday they put out. They're not super active on their YouTube page. I mean, they do put out like quarterly reviews. I see that. So they've got a couple different series where they post videos. Occasionally. But yesterday, I think they posted like 6, maybe 5 or 6 or more videos yesterday. So they're I don't know if that's a sign that they're going to become more active, or they wanted to get a number of the series out. But I watched a couple of them. They were interesting. Took me back. I guess that's a good idea. It's kind of growing on me. The rumble strips before the intersection. I guess that's a good idea. is like the perfect road. I think it's because they don't have traffic lights. They have a couple, but not many. But see how this traffic just like flies, rolls right along. We go at pretty decent speed. Everybody just kind of, it's heavy traffic, but it moves. I haven't been working out. What is it? Today's the 11th of August. I haven't been downstairs to work out yet.
Donna says morning.
Donna, good morning. Happy Tuesday. We're having some light rain here in Maryland. We had crazy rain last night. We had thunderstorms that were very powerful. I think there were the whole tornado warning thing going on. I'm not aware of any tornadoes. That occurred, but it was crazy. How was your afternoon yesterday?
Donna says YouTube. Now Donna says, so you have YouTube TV.
I do. Now when I say TV, I mean I'm watching YouTube.
Donna says good.
On TV, but I also have YouTube TV. I don't really watch that very much. Like I watch absolutely no network TV at all, ever. I never watch network TV. I might watch some news every now and then, but I've been doing less and less of that. I'm not really a big movie. Like every now and then I'll watch a movie thing, but I'm probably 90% of my entertainment consumption is YouTube. I think. Yeah, I have YouTube TV, I have YouTube Music, I have YouTube. I'm just gonna get I'm gonna get a tattoo on my shoulder of just the little red box with the YouTube logo. I'm gonna get that I'm gonna get a tattoo.
Donna says I only watch TV in bed, but now I don't do that anymore. Just watch laptop.
Oh, you watch on the laptop? I probably watch most on my computer. I have a computer in front of my treadmill, so that's where I spend most of my time. Oh, Roger's here. Roger's here. They haven't opened the door yet. It is raining today, so I don't know if I can take the camera out. I wonder if they're going to come. I think they know I'm here. They should know Roger's here. I mean, what are they doing? I'm calling them. Get in there before you get. I haven't had to call them since Sunday, August the 2nd was the last time I called them. So they're actually pretty good about it. They're probably just coming now, you think? Should I hang up? Should I hang up? All right, I'm hanging up. They gotta be coming. Maybe nobody's in there yet? No, the menu's on. Here, you know what I'm gonna do? We'll do it this way today. I don't usually loosen that up because I don't like to loosen that up. There we go. That way you can see. Can you see Roger? No. Come on, man. What's going on? Call it again. Getting impatient out here. Oh, there they are. Never mind. Good morning. Thank you. Come here. The wind is picking up. I don't know, guys. Get this thing under control. Let me do this pretty quick. Yeah, I can't dilly-dally today. Yucky weather coming in. Yucky weather. Get 92 donuts. Look. See? Okay, we got 4 cronuts, 4 large Danish. Beep. 4 cinnamon buns, and 17 mini Danish. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I gotta run in there. Can't be getting the stuff wet. I'll leave the door open so you can watch. We got people to drive through. Good morning. How are you? Good. Starting to rain out there. All right, man. Have a good day.
Have a good one.
Roger. By the way, for anybody who's new to the game, we don't really know if his name's Roger. We just made that up. We know who Roger is, but Roger doesn't know.
Donna says sounds windy.
It is. It's kind of, yeah, it is getting kind of stormy. Stormy weather. Roger better get his butt moving. Oh, yes, he is moving. Watch, you're going to see him in a minute. I'll back up extra far. He's lowering himself to the ground now. There he goes. He did all his, you know how normally he's got like the pile of stuff out there and then he packs up his, he did that all inside the truck today. That's smart thinking. Yeah, it was getting kind of windy, I think. It actually feels like, well, now I'm sitting in, every time I say it feels kind of cool out, I'm actually realize I'm sitting in the air-conditioned van, which is why it feels cool. But it is also, it's only 67 degrees, so it's not bad out there. It was yesterday's storm was probably the most severe thunderstorm I've experienced. Oop, we got a green light. The most severe thunderstorm we've had in a while. Like, we've had storms, but this was the kind of rumbly, you know, the thunder that kind of goes on for a while. Like you see the lightning, and then it's like, and it goes on for a while.
Anna says I wrote some hilarious texts that Rosie did not read, but you can look later.
Aw.
Now Hala says good morning, Craig and everyone. Now Donna says hi Hala.
Hey Hala, good morning. I wonder.
Now Hala says hello Donna.
I wonder if she read them, but maybe she read them, but we couldn't hear them because I was outside, or I was in the building. That might be what it was. But yeah, I'll check it out. I never know whether I should leave the microphone in the van or whether I should just keep it on me when I go in. I always think
Donna says maybe.
I think it's kind of fun to have it on when I'm in there. Hala, I think I heard your name mentioned. I was watching Tuber Chat on my TV for a little bit yesterday, and I think I heard your name mentioned. So I don't know if you were in there or not. Like, I couldn't see the chat. But I was lurking. I was lurking in the background. heard his take on like the direction that he thinks YouTube's going with millennials or Gen X. I don't know them either. I think he said he wasn't sure which generation he's talking about. X, Y, Z, millennial, whatever. But his idea that people are kind of trying to do more things in real life and less things online now than maybe 10 years ago. I think that's probably true.
Says did you watch from the beginning, like after the first 10 minutes?
No, I wasn't there for the first 10 minutes, but I heard him say that they were talking about that change, some YouTube changes early on. You can't really scroll back easily on the TV, but I tried and it wouldn't even let me. Like sometimes it will let you go backwards, but it wouldn't let me go backwards. But he didn't. I know he mentioned that they talked about something.
Donna says I heard someone say that we were not meant to watch other people live their lives, we are meant to live our own. Now Hala says yeah okay, that's what I was talking about the change.
Yeah, I did hear about that. I mean, I think I know what he was talking about. I haven't looked into it a lot, but I heard about it. Well, what he was saying that I thought was very interesting is, like, for those of us that grew up before the internet, I mean, completely before the internet, which is true for me. I know it's true, but if you grew up before the internet, you were outside doing stuff while you were growing up. You had to experience it. You were like, whatever it was. And so when you're watching so when those of us that were like, grew up before the internet, having done it, now we're watching people do it. And because I think technically, believe it or not, I think I'm considered a boomer. Like I'm even pre-millennial by like a year or two. But
Paula says I like that Donna, but there is so much reality TV, and they are popular.
Yeah, and what Kevin was saying on Tuber Chat, which I think is an interesting
live stream
look at it.
UBXYTLQ018 is no longer live. Lost connection to
What?
YouTube live stream UBXYTLQ018. Press reconnect to manually reconnect to the stream.
All right, Rosie might not be reading for a minute. Let me try to see what's going on with her. But what I found interesting about his perspective on it is, like we experienced it, and then we saw people online, doing these things. We could kind of relate to it because we had done those things. Because we kind of grew up in a different environment, so we were out doing some of the things that we were watching people do, so we had like a different take on it. Whereas the generation that grew up watching things before they even did them, it's a little different. Like you relate to it differently. I don't know if I said that right or not, but I thought that was a really interesting idea. All right, let's see what Rosie's doing. I like the fact that I turned on her live stream is no longer live. Well, I know I'm still live. So this is a Stream Buddy problem. First, we're going to make sure where is it? Let's stop the service. Okay, we completely stopped it. Now we'll start it again and see if we get her to connect.
Connected to YouTube livestream UBXYTLQ018. Connected to YouTube livestream UBXYTLQ018.
I like that, Donna, but there's... Okay, so the last thing was hollow. Okay, I think we're back. That was weird. I do think that rainy weather has an impact on the connections. Not a lot, though. I heard somebody one time say, "Oh, it's raining, so my Starlink isn't going to work at all." It doesn't work that way. It may be reduced.
Donna says, I think it's about balance.
Yeah.
Says yes, I agree, balance is important.
I watched a YouTube
Donna
video.
says, but I now prefer to watch non-celebrities.
Well, you're watching me. What do you mean non-celebrities? I thought I was a celebrity. Are you telling me I'm not? What? No, I definitely. Do you ever watch Mitch? I think I was talking about this before anybody was listening. But do you ever watch the DoorDasher named Mitch?
Donna says exactly. Donna says no, don't watch anyone with dogs in their cars.
Oh, yeah, he does have a dog in the car. That's true.
Donna says, and it's not that I don't like dogs.
Well, yeah, he's got the dog in the car, and the dog is always making like a coughing noise. He is pretty crazy, though. I mean, I'm not sure if he's really crazy or he's just pretending to be for YouTube. I don't know. I watched him for a little bit yesterday because he was talking about Starbucks. He got a coffee and the coffee was driving him crazy.
Now Donna says his dog is very sick, sad.
Yeah, he's always like...
Paula says I never saw him.
Oh, you've never seen him? Do you ever watch those? I was just thinking, the other day you asked what I watch on YouTube. One of the other things I watch occasionally are those podcasts that are like, one of them is called Diary of the CEO. You know that guy? Originally I liked him a lot, but I'm not sure I do anymore. He gets a little dramatic sometimes. But there's also a guy out there that does something similar named, I think it's Chris Williams. And my main problem with that guy, I mean, I like the people that they interview. Like, sometimes they're very interesting. But my only problem with the I think it's Williamson. My only trouble with him is he drops the F-bomb constantly. Like, I don't know whether you go more than a couple of minutes at any given time without him saying that word. And it just, like, I try to listen to the podcast while I'm at the bakery sometimes, and I don't feel right listening to him because these young kids are coming back, walking through, and I just don't want to have my podcast yelling out the F word, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't need that. But he has interesting guests, so I don't know. Torn.
Donna says, funny, I just unsubscribed to his channel yesterday.
The Chris guy? I don't blame you. It's kind of a shame because he has good people and he does an okay job interviewing people, but he just curses too much. Like, I don't understand why people think that's okay.
Donna says he interviewed someone named Jet Franzen who I just subscribed to.
What does that guy do? Is he another guy that interviews people, or does he? I think he's the podcast where I heard him talking to somebody that had written a book about near-death experiences. found that very interesting.
Donna says he is 22 and reminds me of John.
Oh, I'll have to look that up. I don't know who that is. I haven't heard of that one.
Now Donna says he talks about society has changed.
Yeah, but I think it's changed. It's always changed, right?
Donna says like apply online for jobs that don't exist.
Like apply online for jobs that don't exist. What do you mean? You think the jobs that we see, like, say, Indeed is a big one. You think those jobs really aren't there?
Donna says yes, many online jobs aren't real.
I don't know if I believe that. I mean, I believe there may be some, but I'm not sure I believe that that's... Why would they do it? Like, what's the point?
Donna says and that a college degree does guarantee a great job.
A college degree guarantees a great job? Well, I've never believed that.
Donna says does not.
Oh, it does not. Right, okay. Well, yeah. Well, we definitely went through a period where you almost needed a college degree like you did. Well, like when I entered the workforce, you definitely had to have a high school diploma. The college degree was good, but you definitely had to have a...
Donna says and job salaries can't pay off student loans.
Well, that's another whole thing. That's true. When you get government involved in something, it never turns out well.
Donna says amount of college grads underemployed.
Yeah. I think you have to look at like what did they study? Like a college degree isn't a guarantee to get a job, and it's particularly bad if you didn't study anything that anybody really is going to pay you for, right? I think the whole higher education world has been sort of a racket.
Anna says young people can't expect to own home until much older. Now Hala says colleges and higher education became big business. Lots of people go under false promises.
Yep, that's exactly right. Lot of money.
Donna says and they are convinced to mortgage their future. Now Hala says jinx. I sent it before you said it, Craig.
It is. It's kind of a shame. That's why I'm very hesitant to anything the government wants to get involved in. I think is not good, right? Because if you make it easy for people to get money, which was the student loan situation, if you make it easy to get the loan, then they'll give more loans, and then the people who are receiving the money from the loans can raise their prices because nobody cares because it's so easy to get a loan. I mean, it's just like it's the snowball effect. And it just gets worse and worse. And then
Donna says and colleges will charge more.
Right, exactly. That's exactly what happened. So they have these giant endowment funds, and then when people are upset about their student loans and they want them to be paid off, I don't want them to spend taxpayers' money, my money, to do that. I want them to get the money back from the school. That's what I say. That's what I say. Get the money back from the school. They're the ones that have been getting too much money for a long time. But that's my opinion on it. And the sad thing is there are a lot of really good teachers that are caught up in the middle of this whole thing. I don't think in a lot of cases it's the teachers getting rich. It's the administrators and the people that are running these programs.
Donna says insane how much university president make.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody wants to jump up and down and be upset with somebody like Elon Musk. But I think they need to look at their own situations first.
Donna says anyway his name is Jet Franzen.
Yeah, I have to check him out. Back at the bakery. Maybe today I'll get my Walmart. I made a Walmart video. Did I say that? I said it earlier, but I don't know if you guys were here yet. I videotaped myself while I was in Walmart doing my grocery shopping. I think if I put a short out and the word Walmart is in the title, it's gonna get a lot of views. Oh, and did you notice? It didn't have any real effect, but did you notice for my thumbnail yesterday I used the little picture when we were passing the police officer on the side of the road? I mean, all of my pictures come from an actual event in the ride. So, it is authentic. All right, guys. What is today's Tuesday, so we will be back tomorrow. Oh, that's tilted more than
Paula says what happened to the Tuesday trips to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we haven't had to do them for a while. That usually was if we have a crazy busy weekend and the supply of donuts gets wiped out or gets close to too close to the minimum, that's when she'll send me up on a Tuesday, because they don't come until Thursday. So they do deliver every Thursday? Yeah, they deliver every Thursday. But if she's afraid she might run out, then I would go up there on a Tuesday. But we haven't had that recently. It's the summertime. They'll probably have, once September rolls around, we'll get back into that, I think, every now and then.
Donna says have a great day all.
All right, you guys. Thanks for watching. And yeah, I hope everybody has a good day. I think it's going to be rainy here today. But we'll be back tomorrow, 5:15. Be there, be square. Talk to you guys later. Bye.